Okay, so I want to continue recording the progress I'm making on my first draft, and I'm currently at 43,000 words. So I've decided I'm gonna do it in batches, maybe 5,000 words at a time, because it takes me quite a while to write 5,000 words, sometimes a month, sometimes less than that. But I'm gonna do 40 to 45, 45 to 50, etc. Right now, I have my first 12 chapters ready, my last chapter ready, and parts of some other chapters ready as well. So I'm jumping in any single point of the story that I feel like writing that day and just continue the scenes from then. This way it doesn't feel as monumental. It's more like just working on separate chapters and it doesn't feel as overwhelming. And it's moving me towards the ending, which I now have. So I feel like it's working nicely. I already know there are some things, like some very central topics they want to focus on later, but that's going to be during the editing process, during the first redraft. So I'm leaving this alone for now. For now, I'm just trying to get the plot together so that it's one continuous line as opposed to what it is right now. I'm also trying to figure out, since we are at the point where the villain of the story is coming in more, I enjoy writing the villain very much. I enjoy writing villainous monologues or dialogues they have with the protagonist, and it's very, very fun. But I'm also trying to figure out who is a villain? Like, how do you define a villain? What kind of a villain do I want my villain to be? I had some thoughts originally where it all originates from and why this person acts the way they act, but I'm trying to understand the psychology more. I always had this morbid curiosity with people whose brains work in a different way and who are not good people by any standard. And so, here goes your true crime stories, the psychology of serial killers, psychopaths, etc. And I'm now reading this book, which is called I Wear the Black Hat. And it talks about villains. It says villains real and imagined. So it talks about villains in real life and villains in literature and in other types of art. And how we as a society define that this person is a villain and this person is not, and how sometimes it's subjective, really. It just depends on the outcome of the history, of the battles maybe, or sometimes it comes down to just our general idea of evil, even if a person maybe did not necessarily do anything bad, but if they think of bad, of evil, in a way that's persuasive or in a way that a regular good person wouldn't think, that maybe they are evil. So it's very interesting. It's an interesting exploration of the topic of evil and being a villain. And one of the first questions he's asking is, what is scarier, a villain with a reason or a villain that has no reason, no motivation, and it's just the way they are? A great first question to ask yourself. What kind of a villain do you want to have? Oftentimes people talk about like how in fiction some villains seem like this cartoonish, like, oh, I'm just evil because I want to be evil. But there are people in real life whose brain chemistry works in a way that they do not feel the empathy the way other people feel. And so it is technically possible to be what the world would call evil without any specific reason. Not because you had traumatic past, not because you have maybe a strong desire for something, just because that's the way you are. I find villains in almost all stories I read very fascinating, and so I think this book will help me think about my villain in a way that's going to help me shape their worldview and behavior to make them fully three-dimensional. Anyways, we have a very nice snowstorm today, so lots of family snow activities and stuff. So I don't know how much writing I will be doing today, but I will keep updating you as the days or weeks progress where I am in the story. Good morning. It's January 9, and I've been pretty good this January. I wrote pretty much every single day except for yesterday. I'm currently, I want to say, almost to 44,000. So one more thousand to go till the end of this log. Cauldron boil me. My background is atrocious, but that's what Saturdays are for. I'm gonna clean up today and organize, and I'm not quite ready to get rid of Christmas stuff just yet. It's January 11th, so technically in Russia there's a thing that they celebrate that they call the Old New Year, which happens on January 13th. So technically we have 2 days till then, but I'm itching to get rid of all Christmassy stuff. It's been here for, I want to say, a month and a half. I decorated around Thanksgiving, so I should be ready to get rid of it. And I also really am looking forward to spring. I'm kind of in this spring mood, and maybe that's actually because of the new year, new beginnings. You just want to start new stuff. And I saw a post yesterday saying that if you feel kind of slow, feel kind of like, I don't know, that you're not ready for the new year, new me thing, that's because the actual new year in nature is spring, when all the things start fresh. So if you feel like you're not into New Year's resolutions and, all sorts of accomplishments and achievements just yet, maybe that's why, because your energy is still low, still wintry. So it's fine. Anyways, we are about 200 words away from the goal for this vlog. So I think one more writing sprint should do it. Well, this just made me realize that 200 words is really nothing to write. I wrote it in like 5 minutes or maybe 10 minutes, something like that. And it's so weird. Like sometimes I wake up and I write for an hour, and by the end of the hour, I have like maybe, I don't know, 650 words. But when you know that you only have just a little teeny tiny bit left till your next stop, it's just so much easier to breeze through that. I don't know. Or maybe I was like really in the scene and knew exactly what was going to happen. And that's why it was so easy. I don't know, but it was super easy. I'm now at 45,036 words, and I will continue writing in my next writing vlog, which will be 45 to 50K. Thank you guys so much for watching the vlog today, and subscribe if you're interested in writing content, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!